This is Jake Hanning with the Hanning 500, the show where I cover one of the things that I'm working on this week. And I invite you to practice along with me. Alright, today I am going to be talking about stretch and squish, or having flexibility in your frame. Now you want to practice this because it shows an increased look of connection, an increased look of lead and follow. It helps add to body movement, and it also aids in improving the timing of the partnership. Now this flexibility that I'm talking about is basically creating a delay between movement and lead and follow. Now the limit of your frame is determined by your lat muscles. You can look at the lat muscles right here, and you'll notice that they connect from the iliac crest of the hip bone. They connect from the T7 to the L5 vertebrae, and all the way up here into the intertubercle groove of the humerus, in between the teres major and the pectoralis major. And with this muscle engaged, it limits the range of motion you have in your arms. So that gives us our biggest frame. But inside that, you have a personal say into the size and shape of your frame that you have while dancing. Alright, now let's take a quick look at the two of us dancing with very little flexibility in our frame. So as we dance along, you can still see it's good lead follow. We're still settling and everything like that. There's just not a lot of flexibility in the frame. So we stay at a pretty fixed distance from each other. And it starts to restrict our movement a little. Now here's us having a little more flexibility in our frame, creating more movement before that point in time where we lead and follow. It allows us to settle more in the anchor, and it starts to look a little more dynamic. You start to be able to see the lead and follow a little bit better. It also looks more relaxed. So then if you take a look at this clip right here, as I fast forward, we're starting, and if you just take a look at the hand right here, you'll see how this stretch works. Here's our point of connection. We're both connected away from each other. But what we're going to do, you can see it right here in my body, I'm going to move this further away up until the point that I decide that I'm going to move everything and start leading. So you can kind of take a look at that. You see I'm stretching away, and now I've started to connect everything, and you can see it's starting to affect her on the other side. So that's the point where I've started moving as one piece and started leading. If you bring her in, you'll notice I catch early, but unlike the previous example when I didn't have stretch, I'm going to connect here. And then I'm going to go ahead and bring her in a little bit to kind of soften the motion before reconnecting over here and leading everything as one piece. So take a look at that, where she's going to come in. I'm going to catch her, have a little flexibility in the frame, and then right here, you'll notice right here I'm starting to lead. So my whole body is going to move as one piece. There's no flexibility in the frame anymore, and I'm going to send her out. And right here you can see we're already starting to show a little stretch before starting the new pattern. Alright, so that is having some flexibility in your frame. In order to practice this, you do have to plan ahead. You do have to kind of set up close to your partner if you're going away, or far from your partner if you're going in. So you got to give yourself the room to move. If you want some advice on that, you can go back and check out my close on 4 clip. If you stay close on 4, having stretch on your anchor is a whole lot easier. This is Jake Hanning signing out for the Hanning 500.